It is once again time for the line. You with the area's premier attorneys. That's Ciarimboli and Meyer Messinger. Ed, you brought out the big guns.
Listen, we needed it. We needed more brain power for today, so I had to bring Meyer in here.
Oh, you know a lot about cars?
A little bit.
Okay, well
Not
today's...
as much as Ed.
Okay.
Yeah. He knows a lot about insurance.
Yeah. Well, today's question is kind of like a general one. We get so many questions through the line you about auto insurance. What do we need to know? All I know is full tort, full tort, full tort. What else do we need to know?
Let's get to it. So thank you very much for sending this in. So I'm going to point out a couple of things here. Your bodily injury limits. That is, if you get into a crash and it's your fault, this means this is how much coverage and protection you have. We always tell people, buy as much as you can afford because it protects you and your family. What this also does is that affects your un- and underinsured motorist limits. So if this is 100, then you could buy 100 here and here. Uninsured means that if the car has no insurance, you go to your own policy and you can collect up to 100. If it's under, for example, on this policy, if this person hit you and they only have $15,000 worth of insurance, and your injuries are significant, worth way more than $15,000, you go to the underinsured. Stacked means you get to stack the coverage. So if there's 2 vehicles on this policy, right here, your under and uninsured motorists would be 30 instead of 15. I'm going to let Meyer jump in, tell you all about the last part, full tort or limited tort.
Which is the most important part, Chris, as you said. This policy here provides full tort insurance as opposed to limited tort, which means you could recover the full plethora of damages in Pennsylvania, even if you don't suffer a permanent injury or gross disfigurement. As opposed to limited, where you would be limited to medical bills and any property damage.
Yeah,
Plethora.
remember.
You like that
Look
one.
at that.
How about that?
Bring your questions in and use the word plethora right there on the websites or the hotline.